Hello and welcome everyone to Mondays in Exandria. I'm Lindy, and we are here to have a super fun, awesome time post-Origins, where I was at all weekend, because it was awesome. So let's go around, let's say who we are, who we'll be playing, and then I'll chuck it on over to our DM. Let's start with Igor. Shiny Pilot, how are you today?
Hello, doing good. Ready to play Igor also, returning from Origins. It was a great time, so I'm ready to play a manservant slash butler. Very exciting times. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Yes. I am playing Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer, the fourth of the Haversham Hossenpfeffers. Warlock extraordinaire. We also have... Oh, that's right, people shifted around. I'll fix it. We also have D20 Coup de Grace with us tonight. How are you, good sir?
Howdy, I'm D20 Coup de Grace. I'll be playing Harlan Flipcloak. He is a hobgoblin wizard-ish. And I'm just excited to play. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. We are excited for you to be here. Speaking of excited to be here, we've got Nugatosaurus. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great because I realized we leveled and I didn't even know that, so I'm leveling up right now.
No time like the present.
Yeah, I know, right? My name is Nugatosaurus. I play Hal, the shifter fighter who now crits on a 19. If I can actually hit, as our illustrious DM pointed out. Thanks, Frank. Thanks. Yeah. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yes, hitting is half the battle.
Yeah.
Battles. How you doing, producer Trav?
Oh man, I'm doing great. I just got back from Walmart. Super cool gaming convention going on there. Bought a lot of chocolate milk. So I've got a really good insulin bloat going right now. And it's Monday. So that means it's time to go to Exandria. Playing Lamont Quinlan, who has like 1 hit point. And if I survive the next few minutes, I'm going to pick a roguish archetype.
Excellent. We were all very prepared in leveling
Cheers.
up. You know, it's fine. But speaking of everything's just fine, we also have our Dungeon Master, Deception Check.
Hi, yeah, I'm Deception Check. I'm the DM for Mondays in Exandria, an adventurer in Amon, and I'm so proud of my players for being prepared for tonight's episode by having all their class archetypes picked already. Things rolled up, character sheets full. I'm sure if you check the D&D Beyond link, that the app in our Twitch stream, you can see that each and every one of their character sheets are fully updated and current, right? Okay, yeah, I'm sure. Okay, sarcasm off. Now, tonight's episode we'll be picking up after our wonderful band of adventurers have just finished clearing out the Brass Bottom. They've dispatched Palabar Boondiggle. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed because I just love saying that name. After they found Lamont Quinlan spending quality time in the pleasure room with the Brass Fist. Yep. That happened. Love it. I'm so excited that happened. That's going to come back at some point, I'm sure. And so they found a few things. They almost killed each other. And yeah, so now we're going to pick up with them leaving the Brass Bottom, heading back up through the secret passageway into Abdar's Folly Inn. And that's where we find our players now trudging the long hallway, the low-ceilinged long hallway in the dark after nearly dying and succumbing to the powers of the brass hands.
I think that's a slight, maybe a slight exaggeration. I was gonna say gross exaggeration, but you know, maybe slight's more accurate.
Mm-hmm. So,
And we haven't rested or anything, right? It's like we're fresh out of the...
Well, what time is it?
it's you're not sure exactly because
Yes.
there are no windows in an underground, den of inequity. So you believe you went in. It was early morning. It was 2, 3 a.m. in the morning when you started your trek down here. You spent some time, almost an entire episode, in one single room. So it's probably sometime early morning. You're not sure.
if I remember correctly, a lot of us are hurt. Oh, I know Igor is. So he's going to kind of lean against Logan like Bolster. I think we should have a rest.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We do have rooms here, so I don't see why that should be a difficulty. Although, some of you all were not present when we received rooms here, so some of us might have to bunk up. How's the space in my room?
I'd rather sleep on the ground in an alley.
Note taken, I'll buy you a room.
What would you want to do that? How the master's gonna have a very nice room. I mean, I would
Nice
sleep
room.
with the master if he would let me, but he doesn't like me sleeping with him.
No.
Hey.
Mage hand.
Th- At this point, you exit out of the stone door into the room of 3 doors that's below the cellar. Each one of the rooms are cracked open. Remember that the center room has 12 casks of Sifa's Special Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Do you continue onward?
We're going to take a break.
I mean, drinking break wouldn't hurt, could it?
Like limp over to one of these, cases, and just like, anyway, I got a bottle opener, something. Get in here. Who's drinking?
Igor looks to master.
You're about to fall over already. You don't need any assistance.
I don't know. Couldn't hurt, could it?
Or could sit and drink. Master.
Yeah.
Not if
Igor
we're going to be
and
walking up the stairs to bed chambers. You know what? I'm not
Use your
going to.
mind powers to pull the cork out of this bottle.
Mind powers? I don't have mind powers.
Not you.
It may be the fact that Lamont has received a few blows to the head tonight, but these aren't exactly bottles. They're full-size casks of wine.
Oh. Oh, it is rather large, isn't it?
Yes, and I believe it's property of the inn here. Therefore, I'm not going to trudge that up the stairs and have to pay for it.
All right. All right, fine. You talked me out of it.
All
I think I
right.
need to lay down.
Yes, let's everyone go get some rest. And Wendell will go up the stairs, and he'll buy Hal a room.
Okay. So you exit the pantry where the secret
Yes.
door in the floor was located, and you walk out through into the tap room.
On the way through the pantry, Igor's gonna grab a sausage.
Okay.
Just eat the sausage. Go.
You grab one sausage and end up pulling the entire link out, and so it's trailing behind you.
Do I see this?
I don't know. Give me a quick perception check.
It's gonna be cartoon style, like he's slurping it down like a
To
spaghetti.
walk
noodle.
into the inn lobby. I don't see that. Probably. I am not proficient, but I have +5.
Oh, well, you rolled a 5.
I have 5. I rolled a
5.
4. It's a 5.
Okay. You do not see Igor grab this long string of sausages by one of the end links and drags it along with him. But as you are oblivious to this, you exit into
Yes.
the warm light of the Abdar's Folly tap room, and you see the young female elf in Marina behind the bar look kind of surprised. He's like, "Oh, hey, you guys don't look all that great. I mean, was it got quite a party down there or something?"
Something like that.
At this point, can Igor like stumble into the room, like hitting the door thing, like trailing like 2 or 3 sausages, like blood coming off of him?
I would have made you clean that up. You're not bleeding all over the establishment's floor. You would have prestidigitated that before going up the stairs.
It's all right. It's all right. You guys look more worse for wear. What happened down there?
What do I say, Master?
Just keep eating your sausages, Igor. There was a bit of a, you could say, party. It got a bit, people had a bit too much to drink. It got a bit heated. A few blows were exchanged, but everything was worked out in the end.
It was
I fell down some stairs.
Yes.
well, four of the guys ran out. They weren't wearing the robes or anything. They just sprinted out, didn't say a word. And the other two that were up here watching, they left with them. I've never seen this place without any here.
We didn't let them out. Alright, she'll be like, well, again, I said things got a bit rowdy. Some people chickened out, but it all got worked out in the end.
They couldn't handle the brass fist.
The what?
It's a ritual we initiate.
All right. Well, you look like you probably need. You some of you still have your rooms.
Yes.
Do we need other rooms for the rest of you? Or, I mean, I know that the red one there and Tall, Dark, and Scary kind of have a thing together. Do they need a shared room?
Excuse me?
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Talking
not.
about him?
I thought he was talking about me, but it's not.
Oh, no.
No, Harlan and Lamont, because they had that moment in the bathroom
Yeah.
together.
You specified one of us is red. I am currently bleeding.
No, the hobgoblin.
The
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Him?
Yeah,
I
pointing at.
am Flip Cloak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you. I mean, I did know your name. I apologize.
The big red one.
Oh, well.
We're going to need three things. We're going to need a strong drink,
I have
basic medical attention, and
I can't
a bed
help
to
you
lie
there.
down.
And a bet. So I'll need one thing. Gold.
Gold.
Yes,
You
to
got
pay
it.
for the things that you're asking.
Hang on, just got to. Harlan, you got any?
Yes.
There's money. Money.
Also, Lamont, you owe us 5 gold.
Yes, that is correct. You do owe us 5 gold.
They saw you.
Didn't Sifa pay us? I was thinking about this.
He did pay it.
Or-
10 gold.
Didn't he pay us? Did we get 10 gold back in the
Yes.
day?
And you owe Howl and I 5 gold.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm still, as long as I'm not upside down, we're feeling all right.
The group pilfered a bag of gold and a bag of platinum.
Yes. But I think
Let's see.
Howl has that.
Do we have that?
No, I have the stuff that I found in the secret room. You
That's
guys
right.
found platinum and silver, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have said nothing about my
100 gold.
clankety clanks.
Clankety clanks.
I'm in no mood to figure this part of it out right now. I'm just gonna. Here's your 5. Right, I just do this in front of everybody because he's about to fall over. Like this is not a healthy man. The only one who looks worse than him is Igor. That's how bad Igor looks, right? At least in mine. How many hit points do you have, Michael?
I have
Igor?
1.
That's right. Me too. So we're wrecked. So this is fine. Here's your 5. Right there. And then what is 1 for this?
But you wanted strong drink and a room.
Yes, I do. Want those.
Yes, that'll be about a gold.
Gold, my good lady.
Yes.
Ka-ching. Cash on the barrelhead.
Thank you. She puts a bottle in front of you.
Am I supposed to be hearing like people clapping right now?
You should probably go to sleep.
It'd be funny if you look around and Igor's like clapping.
He's trying to kill a fly. It's
Yeah.
just actions totally.
Your rooms will be on the 2nd floor, into the hall. The rest of you, Harlan, I believe you already have your room here, as well as Wendell
Yes.
and Igor.
Oh yes. I will be purchasing her room, and I'll.
No, actually, Harlan didn't have a room. It was Hal, Wendell, and Igor. It was Lamont. So,
Oh, that's
so
right. Because it was Lamont and Harlan. So how are
right, Harlan, would you like a room as well?
Let's see. I'd like a bed for exactly 5 hours and 20 minutes. What would the price be?
The same price as if you kept it for an entire 24 hours.
I'm not going to use it for 24 hours.
I'm sorry, that's just the way we do business.
I'm sure Lamont would be using his for 5.
I will drink for 5 hours and 15 minutes. and then you will be awake, and I will sleep for the remaining 20 for the rest of the time until somebody wakes me up.
Oh, so you'll be sharing a room.
Yes.
I think that's how this conversation started.
This is
Well,
the longest conversation about hotel rooms I've ever had.
Here, just take the bottle. Have a good night, everyone. Would you like a wake-up call? Do you have any appointments today?
Oh, yes. We have a business at noon. So if you could fetch me at least a couple hours before then, that would be
Of
appreciated.
course, I'll make sure the next shift does.
Thank you.
Yes,
How much for your bubble bath services?
I'm sorry, we don't have that available at this time.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
All right, well, good night to you all. Enjoy your night, and we'll make sure you're awake in time for your meetings.
Thank you very much. You have a wonderful evening. I wrote her
It
name
was
down.
to Wendell, and she kind of like,
Hold on, I'm gonna
taps
say
your
her name.
hand.
I've got her name written down here somewhere. Hold on. It owes me 5 gold. It was so far back.
Is bubble bath a euphemism for something?
Emarina.
yes.
I'm like, thank you, Emarina.
Well, last time I was at a fancy place that had this soap put inside the bathroom,
And you used far too much of it, and you created a ginormous mess.
Well, I cleaned it up eventually, I think.
It was not a pretty sight. Like,
It's
sight
a lot
trauma.
of fun. You should all do bubble baths. At this point, Igor's just gonna thud. Like, just fall forward. Just can't stand up anymore.
I'm just going to mage hand, be like, Igor, to your room. Go to your room and go to sleep. Don't sleep on this nice lady's floor.
Igor's
You have a
going
room for that.
to hand over hand
Just crawl up the
pull
stairs.
himself up the stairs. Slowly worm his way up towards this room. He will probably pass out partly in the doorway. It probably won't even be shut all the way. It'll
I'll
be
just like foot scoot him in the rest of the way and then close the door.
Okay. So does everyone else go to the room?
Yes.
I think Lamont takes like another shot or two and then falls asleep on the bar stool, looking like, like completely still, like this. It's just, until someone wakes him up and tells him to go to bed.
Okay.
He's just going to sit there and just figured out how
Carl
to
will
sleep.
wake you up in
sitting
5 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah. I think he sleeps sitting up at the bar for 5 hours and 20 minutes until Harlan wakes him up.
Okay.
He's not well. He died,
You didn't die. I
did.
saved your life.
Mm,
But I will add that 5 gold that you made me to my currency.
Okay. Anyone else staying out, or does everyone else go to the room? Okay. Harlan goes to sleep. Hal, you go to your room. Okay. The night passes. Several hours later, Lamont, you have a tap on your shoulder. Oh, honey, you really should go to your room.
I'll have another.
It's the morning. I think you've had enough. Why don't you go on up to your room?
All right, if you insist. But this is done under protest.
Of course.
I'm dizzy. Here I go. And he limps to wherever she points him.
Up the stairs into the hall.
Yes.
She kind of follows right behind just to make sure you're okay.
I died,
You've mumbled that several times while you were sleeping at the bar.
No, I died.
It's all right. I'm sure you've died many times before.
Mm-hmm.
You're still here.
I shall do it again. Good night.
Good night.
My good lady.
All right.
Lurches forward.
Okay. Everyone's in their bedrooms. Everyone's asleep. It is now the next morning. There's a knock on each one of your doors in succession. You can hear it in the hallway. Just a...
Oh, I actually didn't go to sleep that night because we leveled up. I spent my time reading.
Well, then you are the first to receive your knock as you're reading without sleeping.
Yes, because I don't need to sleep anymore. Thank you, aspect of the moon. I'll never sleep again.
Do you answer the door?
I do.
At the door, there is a woman who looks strikingly like Emarina, wearing different clothing. Her hair is done differently. I believe it's your wake call?
Ah, yes. Thank you very much. You wouldn't happen to be related to Emarina by any chance, would you?
I get that a lot. She's my sister. I'm Emarina.
Amarina.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for the wake-up call.
Yes, Emarina is quite taken by you. I can see what she sees.
Is she really? Oh, well. You flatter me.
I do. I'm going to go ahead and wake the rest of your friends.
Okay.
He proceeds to knock on each and every one of your doors. Does everyone accept the wake-up call?
Equal. That's the way it gets. Yes, monster, I'm coming. And he's gonna like roll over, sit up, and go to the door. And open. Yes, monster. What? You're not monster.
No, but it's your morning wake-up call. That's actually late morning wake-up call.
Do you know? Oh, is the monster audio?
It looks to have not slept at all. You may want to run over there.
And Igor just like opens the door further and starts buttoning up his shirt and just runs out towards Wendell's room to be the faithful manservant, realizing I overslept. And he's gonna go barging in Wendell's door. I get you breakfast forthwith. What would you like? I am. He's kind of like, his collar's kind of sprung a little bit.
And Wendell's just like, this is a lot this early in the morning, even though I didn't need to sleep. He's just like, are you going to fall over again? Are you better?
Igor's teetering a little bit while he's looking in the air like a butler, like, hey, no, my son, I'm better, sir.
Alright, well if you say you're better, you're fine. So,
what would you
believe-
like for breakfast, sir?
I believe I'll be going downstairs for breakfast.
Yes, master, would you like help getting dressed this morning?
Oh no, I believe I can handle it myself. We didn't really pack any changes of clothing, so just freshen this up and it'll stand out, so to get prestidigitated by the feather duster. Because
Very well, sir.
we didn't pack anything.
Looking mighty well this morning,
Yes,
sir.
I
Giving
know.
offhanded compliments. You're all done, so I shall make sure they prepare a suitable spot for you at the table and that your breakfast is ready, unless you have further need of me.
Go make sure everyone else is awake. I'd hate for us to be late to our meeting.
As once, master.
Yes.
We're just gonna turn and go out and do his bidding.
Okay, well, while that's going on, Emarina is already knocking on Hal's door.
I open it like half in my armor. I probably got like the pants on and I'm wearing just like my undershirt kind of thing.
Excuse me. You were to receive a morning wake-up call.
I'm already up. Thanks though.
Fine. I'm waking the rest of your group now.
Appreciate it.
She moves on to Harlan. Same thing. Knocks on the door.
Harlan answers the door right before she knocks.
Then she goes to knock, and the door just opens.
And he reaches over and he grabs his large fur coat and puts it on and says, the other one might still need some convincing. And I leave.
Of course. She looks in. Lamont, are you actually on the bed? Did you actually make it to the bed last night, or were you on the floor?
He made it to the bed,
Okay.
and he will respond. He will open the door when she knocks on it.
Well, you slept in the same room as Harlan,
Yes.
so she's
did.
actually standing in the door
He's
right
already
now.
in the room.
Oh, she is. Then I I hug her. I just put my arms around her. chest.
Sir, please.
Thank you for this. Bless you. Bless you for what you're doing.
Please,
It's so special. Life
remove
is
your arms from me,
so
please.
Precious. Life is such a precious.
Sir,
Can Igor come by the doorway at this point? and
yes.
see them
You
embracing?
see Lamont hugging her and her trying to pull away.
Sorry, Lamont, I did not mean to interrupt your hugging. The master sent me by to make sure you all away, and is everything okay there, Lamont? And Madam,
I'm gonna let go of you now,
Good.
but I want you to know how much this has meant to me. Thank you.
I don't think I need to know, and I don't think I care.
I let go of her.
She stands back. She kind of looks at you. It's like, you're a strange man, sir. Turns and walks away.
Good to see you up, Lamont. I did not mean to interrupt your smooching and loving of the lady.
Oh, not at all. Listen, good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I've better. Most fit me boy to make sure you are awake.
I like shake your hand and put my other hand on top of your hand.
Igor keeps shaking it like, okay.
It is such a great morning, and it is so good to see you. Thank you for this. And we are going to do what your master is asking. Isn't that right, Harlan? It's time for breakfast. Harlan is ready.
He already passed me all the way down to breakfast. So
I thought he was he not in the room?
He's very spry this morning.
He's very fast and easy to lose track of with how big he is and how red he is.
Yes, he is. He's very fast.
I'm feeling.
Igor tries to the hand out.
I haven't I haven't let go of your hand. Yes.
Can I escort you down to breakfast?
Yes. Let's go downstairs. I want some black coffee. Come on. First one's on me.
Igor's gonna grab you this time while still holding your hand and pull you.
Oh, let me tell you something. Life is precious. You and I are lucky to enjoy this morning together. Let's celebrate it.
What's your step there? Celebration sounds good, but all I have duties I'll have to do. What's the step again? I'll have to take
these stairs.
Yes, I'll have to take care of the master before we celebrate. I'll have to get the food proper temperature.
You smell great. You just smell good. I don't know what it is. You're having a good smell morning. You know what it is? Just happens.
Thank you. I used the bathroom.
Like Bergamine and vetiver.
I don't know what that
and
is.
peonage. It's marvelous. I am famished.
Oh yes, have a seat at the table, and I'm sure they'll be right with you. I'll go feed the master. And
All right, so
gonna try and get away to go assist the kitchen.
Lamont and Igor are the last two to make it downstairs. Hal, Harlan, and Wendell are already at a table with food in front of them. It is a heaping plate of breakfast, whatever it is that you enjoy to eat for breakfast, whatever you like to drink for breakfast, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a plate of food for Lamont and Igor waiting.
Lamont eats as a man possessed. Just eats like a starving individual.
Igor won't eat until master eats.
Yes, Linda will give you the go-ahead to consume your food.
Your tears into it as well.
Mm-hmm. Just very gracefully, fork and knife, eating like a member of the nobility.
Okay.
You should try and seduce the bar over breakfast with if you're eating it.
I would, but Ambar's not here, so it's Hal.
My apologies, I saw her name on the chat, so I was like,
I should probably change that. But,
All right. So as everyone's eating, you notice that the crowd is a bit different now. It seems to be merchants grabbing breakfast. Some nobility around. People that look like they might be buying and selling in the promenade outside.
Okay.
You see no gold cloaks around, but it is rather full.
Do I see that?
morning.
Do I see that falafel vendor?
No, he is not inside eating
Alright.
at Abdar's Folly Inn now.
He's on my list. I just had to ask. So.
That's fine.
so, do we actually plan on going and seeing this dude? What is his name? Valrent? Is that the name of the drow?
That sounds probable. I did not write it down last week, apparently. But,
Now, where I remember talking about the spiraling. Where did we learn about the spiraling?
There were several notes left at the end of the session. They should
Brunor?
be in your player handouts.
Is that the name? Brunor? Renor?
There was one note from a Banath that was with Velrect stuff.
Velrect.
That's the name of the drow.
Beneth. And then I recognize Beneth as one of the spiralings.
The spiraling.
Oh shit, fuck. Okay.
And you know him as a spiraling because your association with the class.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. So,
I don't see why not. Most likely it's information that we could use.
you don't want to fuck with these people, Wendell.
Well, I have no intention of doing so. They're not my type.
It's not what I meant, and you know it.
Sure. But no, I don't anticipate anything other than a cordial meeting and perhaps an exchange of information.
Really? Because he kicked me off a fucking roof.
He seemed to be very apologetic for that last night.
I don't know if I believed him. He'd say anything to get out of there.
Well, I don't know. I seem to have believed him the last time I ran into him. He was very persuasive, and he's not trying to get Varna Siffa. So what is his ploy here? He's obviously after this high tinker or whatever.
Yeah, but don't forget we found Siffa's signet ring.
I don't
Down
think
there.
it was Siffa's signet ring. As in Mr. Varna Siffa's. Perhaps it was
Could've been
his
his father.
father's.
Yeah, that's fair.
His father's body was never found, right?
I think he just
Dungeon Master?
disappeared.
Yeah, he just
He's
disappeared.
Yeah, no one knows where he is,
Yes.
if he's alive or dead.
Yes, because the man did go missing.
Okay, so if we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go to the Diamond Nest.
Sounds like a very classy establishment.
Don't make any deals.
Oh, I've already made a deal.
Okay.
I don't
well,
intend on making any others.
The guy who wrote the drow of this letter is dangerous.
Like, physically dangerous? As in, like you? Or more as in, I know people dangerous?
I've never actually met him, but my guess is both.
I see. Well,
And if this guy works for him,
well, we shall have
I
to be
am
cautious.
cautious about this, and I am not a cautious person.
You should be cautious about a lot of things.
What's
Caution,
the point?
it saves lives.
Eh, we're gonna die anyway.
I mean, not until we're hopefully old and very, very, very wealthy.
Your time, it's your time.
As you guys are chatting about this,
Casually
also-
over some Belgian waffles. Yeah.
Harlan has been concentrating for some time now, chanting something. His eyes are kind of rolled back in his head, and he's focusing. You've seen him do this with spells before. And at the moment that he stops and his eyes focus again, the door opens and a few patrons are coming through, and this large falcon just flies in and rests on his shoulder.
A real falcon?
Yes. Would you like to describe what your falcon looks like, Harlan? An approximation, if you wish.
I'm still working on that.
It's a large bird of indeterminate color, shape, and stylings.
Did your cat become more bird-like?
I didn't. Well, yes.
Ah,
I thought.
you had a cat with wings.
Well, I was going to have a cat with wings, but did I ever summon it?
I think in episode 1, you had it at the very, very beginning, and then we just ignored it. It just disappeared.
He's just been hiding in your fur coat for.
Probably.
Now there's a falcon on his shoulder.
Yeah.
You just
Falconry
Okay.
is a very distinguished and noble pastime. I can appreciate this.
sure.
It's staring at Lamont.
Say, man, there's a very large bird on your shoulder. There.
Yes. There is now. What?
Huh? Oh no, it's cool.
Where'd it
This is
come
good.
from?
Yes, I was wondering.
I summoned him to assist me.
You just have control over animals now?
With breakfast?
I have control over many things.
Do you, though?
More than you would imagine.
Okay. Let you believe that, sure.
Harlan's enthralled by that response, or Harlan, sorry, Igor is enthralled by that response. I'm reading things as I'm saying. I'm sorry. He's enthralled by that response. Eyes wide open. He's thinking you're probably like some sort of special sorcerer or something. He's very
Hey.
impressed.
Listen.
He's a wizard.
Al, roll me an intellect check real quick.
Me?
Very nice.
Yes,
Yes.
Al.
Oh.
Beautiful plumage.
I'm not smart, so let's just have a
okay.
minus to intelligence.
It's okay. It happens.
12.
That's a 12.
That's good. The 12 is good.
Okay.
You know that if you are hoping to make it to Diamond Nest across town, that you'd have to leave soon to make it there by noon.
All right, y'all. We need to wrap this up if we're going all the way across town.
Well, all right.
Well.
I believe our
You got
guy.
5 minutes and then we're done.
I am prepared.
Consume my espresso. Expressly.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you start heading that way?
I feel like I should, but no, I'm good.
Okay. Igor, Lamont, Harlan, Hal, anything?
Nope.
Might be maybe a fun time to be reminded that I have a mechanical cat
You do.
in my
You do.
In your pocket.
jacket.
Yeah.
My pocket. And
It's curled up asleep.
oh yeah, mechanical cat in my pocket. I save some biscuit in case it wants it later, because I don't know what or if it eats. And cool. So we're gonna go to lunch with the guy. Pushed you off the roof.
Yep.
Things go wrong. We're gonna hang him upside down. Tickle him.
If things go wrong, we apologize and we leave.
Apologize.
Yes, we don't fuck with these people.
If Hal says you apologize, I highly recommend doing as she says.
He kicked you off a roof, and then we saved him from the pleasure town.
Yeah.
He
And
owes, if anything, he owes us like 2 favors.
He already apologized at least 2 to 3 times.
Don't
maybe-
expect favors from these people. We give them favors.
All right.
Sounds you know. Are you sure you don't know this person already? You seem to know an awful lot about this.
I kind of work for them.
Well, here's what I know. Varna Siffa has a vault, and we know it for sure.
Varna Siffa's
we don't.
father had a vault and went missing, and Varna Siffa has no idea about said vault.
Yep.
Sure. That's the long way to get there, but the vault exists, and we know it for sure. So that's a good thing. And in death, I saw a face, and I've got to find out who it is.
You didn't die. I saved your life. You were getting very close, but I saved you.
Listen, I appreciate you, and it's a beautiful day, and I just want us to have a great time together and have just be glad to be spend another day above the ground. But I fucking died.
You did not die. You
No,
were
I did.
breathing.
Okay, so we're just
and
gonna
you
have
had
to
a pulse.
agree to disagree on that one, because
You were.
I'm telling you that I crossed
unconscious.
over to the other side for a brief moment and saw
That
a
I
shadow
do
in
not do
space.
that on a regular basis.
And I've seen it before.
That leads me to believe.
And
you
if I
didn't
have to
die.
go to the edge of death again to find out who it is, then that's what's going on.
You said
But
edge.
first, we're gonna eat
of
this
death,
chow for lunch.
which implies
Nope.
you didn't
5 minutes are up. We gotta leave. Let's
cross
go.
over to.
I mean to raise my voice. I'm trying to have a good day.
Well, 5 minutes are up. Let's bounce.
On the way out, Igor's gonna grab a breakfast biscuit or toast or whatever's left on the table and stuff one in his mouth. The other one he's gonna crumble up into his hand and he's gonna walk behind Harlan with the bird and be like shoving a little handful of crumbs at the birdie to see if it pecks at it.
He has no need for sustenance.
Hey, wait. You still hungry?
Let him eat, I guess.
Okay. Igor just throws the breadcrumbs over his shoulder.
The bird's head like turns around and looks at it, kind of reaches out its wings as far as they go. This is about a 5-foot wingspan bird here. And it's like it looks like dragon wings unfolding out of the back of Harlan at this point.
Oh.
Just big wings.
Igor's a little intimidated, but he likes that. He thinks it's cool as heck. He's like, whoa. It's like that scared moment where you're like, this is new, but I like it.
Amarina waves at Wendell as you exit the building into the dull light of a very foggy morning. It seems like the spring fogs have started to roll in fully now. It is hard to see. There is no direct sunlight anywhere. You can only see about 60 feet ahead of you at best. But you're in the city. It's daytime. People are out. But there's not much of a bright morning for you guys today.
I will lead the way.
All right. The town is sleepy today, really, when it's this much fog. There's not as many people out. It's the weird echoes of a foggy day when the carriages are going over the cobblestones and you hear the echoes coming, but they're muffled. Things just kind of appear out of the fog and pass you by. People are there and then not. It's very surreal, especially after everything you guys have been through the last 2 days. But the travel is uneventful. Is there anything you'd like to talk about on your way there?
I whistle creepily.
Okay. That adds to the ambiance of the day. I'm sure that Hal's about ready to punch you.
Yep. All right, look. When we get there,
Yes.
don't be antagonistic.
Never.
Don't go picking fights.
Never.
Don't give them any information don't give them any more information than necessary. Okay? Fuck. Like I said, I work for them, so yeah.
Oh. How's the money? They pay you? Is it good?
It's manageable.
Yeah. Tell me more
I'm
about
not
this whole
very
hire thing.
high up. I've gotten in a lot of trouble, especially recently. But
Like a cell sword?
no, I don't sell my sword. I work for them, and I do what they say. Otherwise, they hurt my family. So,
Seems like a very hostile work environment.
oh, very. It's very hostile.
Are you sure you don't need another job? Because I could hire you.
Oh, if you can find a way to get me out of the class, that'd be great.
Well, I'll see what I can do. I know some people.
Okay. Hal like doesn't believe this at all. She's like, this'll never happen. Just let me do most of the talking. If they ask you a direct question, answer them. But just tread carefully, please. This is gonna go to hell.
Alright, Igor, I believe that means don't do any speaking unless directly spoken to, as per usual. And also, give short, concise, simple answers.
Yes or no?
Short sentences, yes or no.
Yes.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamont,
We'll see if it sticks in 20 minutes.
don't go talking about lightning carriages and sapphire pyramids and the transverse junction. Don't go talking about that shit, okay?
We want information out of them. They don't need information out of us, and they'll start asking you questions. But if you start gibbering like that.
I have absolutely no idea what you guys are talking about. And I have to say, I'm a little insulted at the thought that I would just go blah and say a bunch of weird stuff out of nowhere in front of, a sensitive, potentially hostile party. I'm telling you, you talk to him about whatever he had for breakfast this morning, sneak up behind him, throw a burlap sack over his head.
You do absolutely do not do that to these people. Ever.
What?
Ever.
Give him the old, Exandrian necktie there.
That will get
not a
you
thing.
and us killed.
Concrete boots. You know what I mean? Cement shoes.
Do you want a pair of cement shoes, Lamont?
Because I can give them to you. Before we even get there, before you even endanger any of our lives.
I'm just saying that part of the process here is, getting a lot of bad ideas out before you land on a good one. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you guys being a sounding board. So kidnapping's off the table, okay? I understand that. I'm not an unrealistic guy. I'm just saying, why don't you guys do the talking? Because I am concerned too that I could get,
Yep.
compromised
That's a great plan, Lamont. Let us do the talking.
and rip his goddamn throat out.
No.
For you, for what happened to you.
Listen, I can fight my own battles. I can fall off my own buildings. It's fine.
Yes. Okay. All right.
I appreciate it. When we're in combat, have my back. But in this, let me handle it.
We'll let you take the lead on this one. How?
Thanks.
And meanwhile, we're going to enjoy this beautiful shitty day. Look at this.
As Lamont says that the fog has begun to burn off a bit. Not really burn off, sort of dissipate, and it's transferred basically into a overcast, rainy day. It's starting to drizzle a bit. You're getting rained on.
Marvelous.
And as you make it right to the edge of the cemetery, yes, Harlan? Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah, right before we go into the cemetery, right? I want to go up to Hal
Okay.
and
Yes.
just kind of look at her for a moment and say, "Can you move 4 inches to the left, please?"
Okay. I'll move 4 inches to the left.
All right. That's wonderful, thank you.
Okay.
And I cast Fortune's Favor on you.
Okay.
Okay.
You feel like when he casts this spell, and it's weird because he pulls out a gem, a really nice, like diamond, and it glows for a moment, and a little mote of light transfers from the gem into your forehead, and you feel like if something goes wrong, you have a chance to take it back. Just you, though.
Okay.
You just feel like almost anything is possible, even some things that might go wrong.
Interesting. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
The rest of you don't see this mode of light or anything. Only Harlan and Hal. The rest of you just see Harlan and Hal kind of like staring at each other for a moment. And then Hal looked kind of...
I don't blame
strange.
Harlan. I too stare at Hal frequently.
Staring contest.
Okay, so
Harlan, I think I'm gonna go in now.
you reach the area where the Diamond Nest Inn is located, and the rain has started to pour now. It's just the way it is, spring in Amman, being on this side of the continent does this sort of thing. And you locate the inn. The tavern is just outside the thick-walled entrance to the cemetery district and is built along the outer wall. The building is an impressive-looking 3-story squat construction made of the same dull gray stone as the district's walls. The upper floors loom over the street and are dark, stained timber and plaster. Where glass is commonly used to seal windows from the weather, here simple wood shutters are closed against the elements. Above the open door is a black shingle with a white diamond sitting in a bird's nest.
Well, I think we found it.
Yep. This is it.
Yes.
As you head towards the door, a group of 4 like dirty workmen, they look like they've worked all morning and are a little, they're exiting the building. They just kind of like Their heads are down. They just kind of look at you and scowl and walk away.
I return the look to a certain extent, just because they look dirty and poor, and I can't control that aspect of my facial reactions and responses.
All right, you're all starting to get soaked as the rain falls harder. Do you go inside?
I'm kind of a little hesitant, just kind of standing.
Igor, the door.
All right, I guess
We're standing in the rain.
Igor keeps up with this one word, simple sentence response. Yes, and he's gonna go up to the door and to I knock, master.
No, it's an open it.
It's an it.
Oh, and Igor's going to grab the handle and open it.
And
Plus 3 is like this whole stealth thing's got him. Like
I will lead the way, I guess. Now that the
Okay.
door's open, and I kind of have to.
You step inside. Dim oil lamp light casts shadows across the tap room and silhouettes rough wooden tables and stools full of working men. The low ceiling and thick wooden beams add an air of oppressive weight to the room. On the left is a worn dark wood bar manned by a one-eyed barman with a sour expression who's slowly cleaning a tarnished tin tankard and scowling in your direction. To the right, the rest of the tap room is filled with many dirty, rough-looking patrons that glance in your direction and then back to their tankards and talk amongst themselves. Ahead of you, on the opposite side of the tap room, stands a familiar figure of the drow you saved earlier last night, who seems very happy to see Howl and bids you all to join him. He's waving.
Yeah, head on over, I guess.
Hello, friends. I was worried you wouldn't come. It's nearly noon, but I could not tell for the weather. I'm pleased to see you're here.
Yes, well, you did schedule an appointment, so...
But I
miss it.
only asked.
Well, I mean, some answers would be nice.
Oh, sure. There will be many of those. I would be more than happy to answer anything you have to, any questions you have. If the rest of you would like to go on into the back room, I would like to speak with Hal for a moment.
I will mentally... telepathically, that's the word I was looking for. Not mentally, telepathically ask Hal and be like, are you alright with this?
Can I respond back?
I don't think he can. He'll be like, blink once for yes and twice for no.
I just kind of give Hal. I give Heart. God damn it! Who the fuck are you? Wendell.
The man of your dreams.
No.
There.
Whoa.
I just give Wendell a look and I nod.
Okay. I'm like, I think that was a blink, and I'll just like, yes, that sounds quite amenable, and I will.
All right. The rest of you walk into the back room. It's a double door into a simple back room. There are worn tables, simple furniture and plaster on the walls, 2 torches on either side for illumination, and sitting in the middle at the table is another figure who I'll describe in a moment. Back outside with Hal and Velrecht. After everyone goes in, he closes the doors. He's like, I want to thank you. If it weren't for you coming to my aid, I don't know that if I would have made it out of there. I know that I did not expect to live through to today, and, well, I owe you a debt. A great debt.
That's surprising, but
Why would that be surprising?
well, I mean, to be fair, we didn't go down there for you.
Your reasons do not matter to me. Only your actions speak words for me.
You work for Baneth?
We all work for him.
Yeah,
Please
but you
don't
work.
say that name out loud.
Yeah. You work directly.
I count him as a friend. He counts me as a pet, probably, but I think we have an understanding.
All right.
Know that better things will come for you now. You can call on me for any help that you need at any time. As I said, I am in your debt, and I cannot ever repay you for what you have done, but I hope to try. And today is just a little part of that. I probably will not speak much once you go inside, but I think you'll understand why.
All right. I mean, I'll keep it in mind. I appreciate it.
Do you have any questions for me before we start our meeting?
Yeah, have you heard anything concerning... Hold on, I need to find the name real quick. Is it? Hold on. Have you heard anything, any rumors or anything about the Lasseron's youngest kid?
I believe, and he smiles big when you say that, as if he knows something. I figure you would ask a question about that. Seeing as how it is the reason you are where you are, or were, before today. Nothing in particular other than there are still questions about her family. But you know that already.
Yeah. I mean,
She is
she's
safe.
Yeah. Not engaged to some fucker.
Oh, I don't know that much myself.
All right.
I do know she's been alone since you were arrested.
She got me arrested, but it's kind of my own fault.
Semantics.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
make our own choices.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks.
It's the least I can do. I owe you so much more.
You keep saying that.
Yes, I mean it.
All right. I'm gonna go in now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in.
All right. You go in. Velric follows behind you and then goes around the table and stands behind the figure seated at the table. This man is a confident-looking human with impeccable features. He has a strong chin, an outlandish mustache, a twinkle in his eyes, and the most magnificent hat adorned with gold and a very large white feather. His clothes are of the most rich and royal purple with accents of gold, and he is also wearing a white voluminous ascot. He smiles a large, welcoming smile as you all enter the Diamond Nest back room.
Is everything you're wearing currently in fashion?
It is beyond reproach.
Okay. You'll get
It is
nod of
outlandish
respect.
to a certain extent,
Mhm.
but it is all the current fashions, cuts, and styles of the day,
Okay.
and is well made. It's very, Wendell, you would say it was a very expensive.
A bit expensive
Bit of
regalia. Yes. I will give me a nod of respect then as we enter.
He's like, friends, I heard so much about each and every one of you. Please have a seat, especially our guest of honor, Howl. I'm SB Nevercott. Pleasure to meet you.
Can I get that name one more time, DM?
SB Nevercott.
SB Nevercott. Okay.
Nevercott.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm sure you're wondering why you've all been asked here today.
Yeah, pretty much. We're kind of confused about this whole thing.
Well, I'm surprised you don't have some sort of idea. You did just save my ward here, someone that I find to be very important in my life. And I just had to see, he wanted me to meet you and to see who you were and learn a bit about you. See if I could help, maybe. See if you were deserving of help. Tell me who you are. Introduce yourselves to me, please.
Igor starts to sweat a little bit, looks nervous, like, oh no, what do I do?
Wendell will say, well, my name is Lord Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer the Fourth of the Haversham Hossenpfeffers. And this is my butler, Igor.
Oh, Igor. Hi. Good to meet
Hello,
you.
both of you. It's a pleasure. Are you
Pleasure indeed.
those Havisham Hassan Peppers?
Yes, of those Havisham House and Feathers.
Oh, it is a pleasure. I've heard your winery has come under a bit of a cloud recently. You're not selling as much wine as you used to.
We are currently undergoing renovations and reform, you could say,
Of
to a
course.
certain extent.
Of course.
My brother had some interesting ideas about how the business should be run, and well, I'm changing that. So,
Well, I wish you the best then.
thank you.
Monster's an excellent businessman.
I believe I understand that. Yes, thank you, Igor.
Yes. Igor looks to Monster like, did I do good?
Yep, yep. Mhm.
Okay, cool.
He looks over towards Harlan and Lamont expectantly.
Harlan.
Just Harlan.
Yes.
Well, I thought you were also known as the Flip Cloak. You're well known in some areas.
Yes. That's true. I am Harlan Flipcoat.
Yes.
He eyes him suspiciously.
He's smiling.
He's uncomfortable with this. He just kind of lets Lamont talk.
Okay.
I am Harlan Flipcloak. I'm just funning you. I'm just messing with you. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this.
Quite
look
a
at that face.
jokester.
No, look at that face. He's like, oh, yeah, Harlan. He's great. He's great. We love him though. Hey, listen, this is a pleasure. Lamont Quinlan, and you are SB.
Never caught.
Never caught. Let me tell you something. I have never gotten caught in a rain like the one we are having this afternoon. Let me tell you, I'm glad to be here. It's nice. This is beautiful. This room. The spread. This is just, sometimes people are meant to bump into one another, and I think that's
happens in a scheduled meeting.
yeah. Well, and I think that's happening right now, and that's something very special. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to meet you and your friend who was tied up in the thing, who would be dead if not for us. So that's fun. He's there. Good to see you. Shake his hand. Excellent. Drow, right? Fun.
Yes, not very many around.
No, he's the first one I think I've seen. I live on the streets, so I don't, I see a lot of the diverse, intercultural, population here in Exandria, and I had to think that might be my first drow. It's a pleasure, sir. Good to have you. Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's sit down.
He's a bit of my errand boy, but I do appreciate him, and I need him for my work, and I do appreciate what you've done for him.
Hey, listen, we were down there. Guys trying to fist me. Things got hot,
Well,
But
that's
we
a
took care of
story.
We took care of it. I died.
Oh dear God. Well, let's finish our introduction.
and Wendell
Tell
says-
me all about that.
Who's hungry?
Die. It's just exactly.
We'll have food brought in a moment. It's not the best fare here, but it's palatable. And then the guest of honor, I believe we needs no introduction. Our Lady Howl.
Quite a lady.
Yep, that's me.
Yes, you've done quite a service, and it seems that Valric is quite taken by you. Wishes for me to provide you with whatever benefit I can.
Wendell nods understandingly. Just,
Well, we just, taking care of Sifa.
Right, Sifa. He's an interesting one. So many people wanting to kill him or kidnap him, and we don't understand why. I mean, do you know why?
So while he's talking to Hal and I'm nodding understandingly,
Yes.
I want to be messing with the, piece of copper in my pocket, and I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. All right. You're casting Detect Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I take it you're casting detect thoughts on Mr. Nevercaught?
Yes, just the surface thoughts, though.
Okay.
I don't want him to know what I'm about.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see that. What's the spell again?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
I
I'll
want to see what we need to find out about
pop
this.
it in there. So I can learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what's most on its mind at the moment. I can swap creatures or probe deeper, but I don't want to do that. It doesn't know if I don't probe deeper. And
Okay.
It has a wisdom saving throw to see if I do. But
And is it more like feelings or specific thoughts?
surface thoughts.
Okay.
What's most on its mind in that moment.
All right. At the moment that you catch it, you catch her at the tail end of Vermont, and he's just thinking that he can't wait to hear about this fisting because that's the story that Velrek
Yeah.
did not tell him.
I want to catch the Sifa.
He knows all. Okay. Oh, he knows specifically who Sifa is, and he knows why Valrek was there because he had put he wants to see what you know and what you're willing to tell.
Okay.
So he's. Oh, go ahead.
Also, at this time, how you were noticing a certain repetition of words and cadence as he's speaking to everyone else, and you recognize this as a type of cant that you are quite used to.
Okay.
And you get basically get this message, and I'm going to send it to you in roll 20.
Secrets.
Okay.
Secret.
Sure
She got a secret.
Let's see. What are you going by there? How?
Yeah.
Okay. How?
At least I should be.
There you go. That's what you're getting as this conversation is going along. It took a little while, but at this point, that's what you figured out. That he's put in the conversations as he's talking.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So
Okay.
everyone else, you probably see her eyebrows go up.
Yeah,
as
she looks genuinely shocked. Like, we're saving one dude?
And you're listening to his thoughts as he's basically finishing this conversation, and you get the surface thought of like your debts are paid, but expect new orders. You get that as well, because you're detecting his thoughts. But he seems really just entertained by the group, and he seems to be quite smug that you guys have no idea who he is. And that's his surface thought too. He's very pleased with himself.
I don't even recognize him, right?
No,
Yeah.
you've never seen this person before in your life.
Never even heard of him.
Nope.
No. Okay. So she takes a minute to kind of process that. And then she's going to start talking. And she's going to put in she's going to do her own cadences and stuff.
Okay.
And I'll message that to you in a second.
Okay.
But essentially she's like, well, it kind of started out as we all owe a debt to Bilby. And he asked us to look into something strange going down in Abdar's Folly, in that area, or the promenade, actually. And we looked into it, and then we found these crazy-ass cultists that were attacking Sifa, and then Sifa hired us.
So it was purely accidental that you ran into Velrect outside of Sifa's manor.
Yep. Yeah, Sifa hired us, and then he kicked me off a roof.
Yeah, he did tell me about that. He feels quite terrible about it. You see him blush. It's a big blush because he's drow. He's dark skinned, and it really just darkens up, and he's just kind of like trying not to hide it.
Hal gives him a scowl, but it's
I
less
want to
severe
shift
than her normal
my
one.
detect thoughts to him.
He's just like, I'm so ashamed. I am so ashamed that I did that, and I can't believe I did that, and now I'm being made fun of. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He's just completely embarrassed.
Okay.
Well, that was serendipitous. I am just excited about all of this. It all just comes together.
So it's kind of just happened. But anyway, and then he was like, "Oh, go save Sifa. He's being attacked or whatever." So we went, and Wendell got in and posed as them, and they
ceased their attack for the moment.
Yeah. So he learned that they have a high tinkerer.
Mm-hmm.
That Boondiggle is
that?
not. I don't know. Hold on, I'm getting there.
Oh,
Boondiggle is not the high tinkerer. Boondiggle is the brass fist in the pleasure room.
Did not think that.
Oh, that makes Lamont's story so much more interesting. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that. Now, you did kill him, didn't you?
Yeah, I chopped his head off.
You did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Well, I believe we owe you something else now as well.
Oh dear God. All right.
Thoughts?
Okay.
Thoughts?
It's already okay. And when she says to kill them, then you just feel joy come through it, and it's like about time that fucking asshole got what he deserves.
Cool.
And where was I? Yeah, so while we were there, we found out that they are trying to find his dad's vault. They think that he knows where it is. So before we came in here, Hal was telling you guys not to give them information.
Yeah, really.
And now Hal is telling them literally everything.
As soon as you mention the vault, I want to mind bullet you. And be like, hi.
That's an interesting choice of words there, Lamont.
Okay.
Hello. Hi. Stop talking about that part of what's going on.
I just mentally go back. No.
A vault?
Yes.
I wasn't aware. What sort of vault are we talking about? I mean,
Surprising, isn't it?
down.
Wasn't
Very
aware.
interesting.
Wasn't aware.
He totally was aware.
Okay.
I don't
Matter of
know.
fact, that's why Velric was watching Sifo.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Do we know? We don't know, right?
Well, if it exists, you're gonna need the right people to, get in there because it's clearly a mysterious, highly sought after thing. Which is why we're on top of it.
Wendell, while they're talking about the vault, he's just thinking like, could really use that money to buy my way onto the council. Really could use that. I need that 500,000 gold. That's a surface thought that crossed when he starts mentioning the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's pretty much ignoring everything. He knows everything
Yes.
that she's saying, so he's just kind
Yeah,
of
so
like
he's just kind of okay. Yeah.
he's playing along because looking at it, commenting that that Lamont smells funny. That pops up once.
How dare you?
Harlan is really imposing. He looks him over. He's like, why the fuck did that bird come from? It's things kind of crossing his mind.
Okay.
Other than that, he occasionally
Any
pops
thoughts
back.
about me?
No.
Okay.
Well, when occasionally he's like, I really wish there was more Haas and Pfeffer wine.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so Hal continues and keeps telling, and then we get to the part about the orb and stuff. With the one who waits, she'll tell him all of that. How she went in, the
And
feeling, everything.
Wendell will chime in here.
Okay.
And be like, I am under the impression that it is a extraordinarily dangerous entity not to be trifled with, especially not to make deals with. You will get the very sour end of that.
You all notice that his attention starts focusing a bit more. Your surface thoughts are like, I don't know about this orb. The one who waits, I don't know what this is. This is this might be worrisome.
I'm just gonna give him that warning, like, don't fucking mess with it.
Right.
And Hal will not say anything about the fact that she knows that Harlan made a deal with it. She doesn't say
Okay.
that.
But that's very interesting. I'm not aware of that sort of thing. Velric didn't mention anything about an orb. Huh. Well, I'm sure it's nothing, of course. I'm sure.
Sure.
Did you leave anyone alive in the brass bottle?
There were some cultists that we kicked out, but they didn't know shit.
Yeah. Yeah. They're cultists. Of course they don't know much. They
Yeah.
would have joined the cult in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. And then we went downstairs, but Lamont was already in there, and I'll let him tell you about all that. But and then she'll tell him about the fight, and she will give him The letter.
Man.
Which one?
The OW letter.
Just Swindle is like just looking at Hal like
Oh.
she's telling
He takes it and starts looking over it, and he's like,
I'm starting to squint her a little like, is she charmed?
God.
Is that another door
Surface
trap?
thoughts are kind of hazy at this point.
Mm,
Like, it's becoming more difficult when he's to read him at this point.
okay.
Whisper.
But he shows interest, great interest.
Okay.
So just
There's,
do /W. Is that what I do, Frank?
Yes, /W to me.
And then DNG.
DPN space MSTR.
You can also
But
do
it'll
it
come up in
in Zoom if you need to.
So, yes, when he slides the letter back. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure who that is or what that's about, but he's not. The letter is surprising to him. I'm very, you've brought a lot to my attention. But I want to hear about the fist story. Come on.
Yeah, he's a horny little guy, and this is one of the reasons why, I steer clear of cults and groups, and organizations, because they act out sexually when they're, all in their little pleasure dome with anything they want, a bunch of people following them around. But yeah, he was pretty into fists, but he was more interested in, picking my brain. Seemed like there was a lot about what's going on that he didn't know. And he's super excited about his god or whatever. And, he didn't try to touch me or anything like in an inappropriate way. So, I was glad of that. But then I died. Then he tried, he stabbed me and killed me.
He did not die.
He did.
You didn't get stabbed either. He touched you and you fell over unconscious.
Oh right, he touched me, and I just well, look, I pierced the veil, but we don't have time to talk about that. The point is that
There's no
he's a weirdo.
pierced.
Didn't try to touch me or my areas, and wanted to pick my brain. Knows about the vault, but doesn't know where it is, and God tried to get us all excited about the cult. Disappointed that they didn't want to do it. Nearly killed Igor, too.
This is quite an exciting adventure you all had. I was expecting
big
something
night.
completely different when you mentioned the whole fisting thing, but I'm probably glad that was as far as it went. Thank you. Ooh.
Well, if these brave people hadn't saved me, who knows what might have happened.
Yes.
Also, don't tell anything about the secret room I found or the golden items that we found.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about that.
Nothing about the
Okay.
treasure we found.
Yeah. Everything else, yeah, pretty much say. After that message I got.
Well, Igor, you've been awfully quiet. I know you serve a wonderful master, but is there anything you'd like to comment on your time?
Hello, time was good. Sweat beating down as he's looking
To
towards
relax.
Okay, relaxed.
Yes, you look so relaxed, sitting there tense and straight as a board.
Yeah. Sing us a song, Igor.
No, please
Or
don't.
looks towards Master
No. No.
What do?
Just mage hand, just.
He'll do it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it.
It's not pretty. No,
Yes.
you'll be deaf for a week. You don't want it.
So is there anything else you've learned? That I mean, this all sounds exciting and interesting. Like you live such interesting and entertaining lives. I see.
Don't we?
I see why Velrecht is so taken with you all.
That's pretty much all we know.
Which one's Velrecht? Is
Yes,
that this
yes. I
guy's
believe
name?
Howell has told you everything.
Valrick's the drow.
Yeah. No, I'm being a kind of a dick to this guy. Okay. Oh, that's you, right? Standing right there looking
Yeah.
like somebody
Go-
shot your dog. Yeah.
Going forward, you may call upon Velrecht for any services you need, within reason, of course. He will support you throughout town if you need anything. I've given him leave to assist you for saving his life.
You got any cash on you?
That is beyond what he's willing to do. But
Oh.
I'm willing to allow him to.
All right.
But speaking of which, and he tosses a pouch in front of Howl.
There we go.
This is beyond what I was expecting to give you today, but for killing Boondiggle, I feel you should be rewarded a bit more. And there's 100 gold in that pouch for his head.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you for ridding me of a thorn in my side.
No problem.
He wasn't always a weird cultist. I'm not sure why he started. He was promising at one time. I mean, you know how it is. You make a few wrong moves and suddenly you're on the outs with your organization.
Yep.
It can lead to a very short and painful life.
Yes, it does.
Sometimes people get away. Sometimes people survive. But they always get what we want in the end, don't we?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like this money here in front of us. You know, that is the power of positive visualization, you know? Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. You know what I mean? Reach out, get it. And I think that's what's brought us together.
What about receiving things you don't ask for? I mean, the power of positive visualization is receiving gold that you ask for. What about things you don't ask for? What if you receive them?
Oh, well, if things I think about just start showing up, you know, this is going to be a party here pretty quickly. You know, I don't see any.
But what if you didn't think of it and it appears?
Well, you know, that would be pretty cool too. You know, you're blue skying with me right now. You know, you're talking about just like being a genie. You know, I want a hammock and 20 dancing girls and a turkey dinner with brown gravy. And, you know,
I can't help with that. I'm sorry.
Cigar.
No,
You know,
I don't smoke.
beachfront property. You know,
No.
as long as we're dreaming.
No.
No, what I want
Speaking-
is the high tinkerer's head on a plate. Is what
Yeah, I
I
can't do that either. But he goes, but speaking of property, and he takes a parchment and slides it across over to Wendell. It is a sealed parchment, wax sealed,
Yes.
with a skull-shaped seal
Oh.
in the wax. And he slides it across to you. Go ahead. Look inside.
All right. Now, break the seal.
Break the seal.
Open
And
it up.
there you go.
Okay. What do I have? Oh, let's see here. Mr. Zilliger, the bearers of this missive are to be granted the rights and privileges associated with their ownership of 49% in the Grey Skull Shadows Inn. Please explain the transfer of your control to them and report to me forthwith. Banath.
So, what do you think?
You're giving us almost half of the inn.
I'm not giving it
Well,
to
no,
you. I'm
you're
just relaying it to you. Of course, I don't have any power to do that sort of thing. I don't even know who this Banath guy is.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's thinking fools.
Okay. All
Stupid
right.
fools. You'll never guess who I am.
Oh, is that? Okay.
That's what he's thinking.
Excellent.
Well, thank you. And relay our thanks to... Yep.
I'm sure Mr. Zilliger will be put out, both literally and figuratively, because he has sort of made that his
Domain.
his base of operations. I won't say maybe,
Yes.
but I'm sure eventually he'll understand. But yes, it's yours now for the most part.
Wow.
You have a place to stay. I know that each of you have, well, some of you have been living on the street. Others of you have been living hand, foot. Some of you share a house with lots of people. Others of you don't live in quite the splendor you used to have. And I would like to rectify that for at least some time. As long as you stay in the good graces of the city, and you will hear Wendell and me, you have full reign and use of the inn. I hope that's to your liking.
Most
That's-
generous of you.
Is
Incredibly generous.
Does this mean we get as much spawn as we want?
I'm sorry, what was that, Igor?
Does this mean we get as much wine and food as we want?
No, you won't.
Well, yes.
Oh,
Really?
oh.
Why
But
did you-
That's
also,
a big
we-
reason. If the place starts losing money because you're eating and drinking too much, then of course you're throwing way too many parties and we'll have to talk.
okay.
Wait, so
Oh, someone will have to talk with you.
Igor's gonna wait tables. I'll tend bar. Wendell
No.
kind of,
No. You don't
Watch the door.
understand. Mr. Lamont. Mr. Quinlan.
Huh?
We're shareholders.
We have employees who know how to do their job perfectly. You're just there to soak in the ambiance, to use the facilities. I believe there's rooms for each of you on the 4th floor.
Oh,
Get my own room?
If you wish, you're an owner now.
see, this
You
is a
get
beautiful thing.
privileges.
I've never owned my own tavern before.
You'll also receive a stipend monthly from the income of the tavern. What?
Wendell,
The
Wendell
inn?
perks up at this. This is like, he's been
What?
like, interesting stipend, honey.
Well, yes. I mean, you're 49. You get 49% of the profits. Now, if you eat and drink your profits, then of course you get nothing.
Of course. That does make sense.
So,
Yes, and
you say I get paid?
it's more of a dividend return, but sure, it's almost like a salary.
I don't like salary, so that's okay. But I like getting paid though.
That's perfectly fine. Okay, great. That's
Money's great.
yes, money is great. Thank you, Igor. You're quite charming.
what exactly?
Thank you in his little tusk.
Yes, Mr. Flipcloak.
What exactly will our responsibilities be to this property?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, as minority owners, you have no real responsibility. I just ask that if I need a help or an assistance of some sort, you'll put me at the top of your list, but you're not required to help for any reason whatsoever. Matter of fact, I believe you owe debts to Mr. Zilliger, each of you.
Yes.
well,
Yes.
define debts.
Fine.
A favor was done for you without payment.
Yeah, that's about right.
Right. Well, those are paid for now. Washed away. Your slate is clean. Congratulations.
That
Is that
is
for real?
most excellent news.
Yes. Feel free to indebt yourself again, I'm sure. Yeah, he's being completely honest.
Awesome.
He's saying what he's thinking right now.
Cool.
Wow,
All right.
man.
Is this not to your liking? I mean, have I
No, I think we're more flabbergasted at your
Overwhelmed.
benevolent generosity than anything else.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. We're gonna get paid, and we get to sleep here whenever we want, and we don't have to do anything.
not here?
Not here.
No, at the Grey School
Or at the Gray Skull, right?
Gray Skull
Yeah,
Shadows.
right. Sorry, I'm at the. That
Yes.
one.
Yes, you have a
The
home.
circumstance?
You can receive money.
I like stand up and just hold my arms out and start walking toward it.
Belrec steps up
Come here.
and puts himself
Yeah,
in between
how
you and
will
him.
Howell will grab
first, then.
Lamont before he
You're
gets
first, then.
close.
Get in here. No, we're all gonna hug it out
Why
because
are
this
you
is
touching
special.
me? Stop this.
Yeah.
I will chop your hand off.
Please, Belrec is just like he's got his hand on your
Where
chest.
I'm
Please
from,
sit down.
we hold
Sit-
each other,
Please sit.
and
No,
in some places we
You are
kiss
not
each other
there.
on the cheek.
please sit down.
No.
Please,
Sit
I'll
good.
mentally,
on.
please sit
I'll
down.
mentally,
Hal,
I'll
and,
telepathy.
and I want to say something. I raised like the nearest glass, especially if it's in front of Harlan. Like, look, let me. I want to say something too. I want to like propose a little toast here because I'm feeling a little sentimental. I died last night.
You didn't die.
No, I
saved you.
Okay,
Harlan steadies the glass for him.
thank you, Harlan. This is my best man, Harlan. So listen. This is a big day.
I had a few things to say to Hal for murdering that weird, horny little weirdo that we encountered last night. But let me tell you something. I'm going to take some of those things back because I am glad he's dead because now we have all been brought together in this very special circumstance. You know, when I was sleeping in a shit cart for a week and a half, I never thought that I'd be, part owner in something that I get to share with people who have made sure that I didn't die twice or 3 times. And that means a lot to me. So, hey, cheers. Here's to all of you and our new friend, Mr. Guy who's got a really funny hat, really great hat. This stylish
Mr.
fellow
Never
here.
Caught.
Never caught. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice guy. And his friend, our new friend, the Drow guy, who owes us his life. So that's great. Hey, cheers. It's wonderful,
How's like rubbing her forehead and Thieves canting, I'm so sorry.
And it's great because I had just moved in with Hal. We're roommates.
Oh, you didn't. No.
And so now we're going to be
You don't
roommates
live
at
with me.
the Gray Skull.
Nope.
Mr. Nevercaught is just smiling. I'm just happy to see everyone happy. Like this is great. I'm sure we'll end up doing wonderful things. And Wendell, since you're still detecting his thoughts, he goes, when they find me that vault.
Uh-huh.
And he stands up. He goes, well, I must be on my way. I've done more than enough. I've done what I can. I do appreciate everyone for what you've done. Remember, please call on Velrect whenever you need him. And if you have questions for me or for someone who knows things, just pass them on through him. Right? Okay?
Certainly. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Mr.
Yes.
Never Caught.
And he starts walking by. He pats Hal on the shoulder, and then he kind of looks directly at Wendell,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I hope you enjoyed the show. And he steps out.
Ooh. Interesting.
What was that about?
I have no idea. Perhaps Lamont's retelling of the fist story.
Velrect is still standing there, and he's like, he didn't want to say anything, but I'm aware that he saw you cast that spell.
Are you kidding me, Wendell?
You
Cast what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
What did I tell you?
I believe we both understood what it was, but he figured it was more fun that way, to see how well the Wendell would squirm, knowing what was going on, sort of. And I'm sure he probably planted some misinformation in there as well, since he was reading his thoughts.
Oh,
God damn it, Wendell.
interesting.
So I'm able to answer questions for you if you wish. You can normally find me here if you need me, or you can send a message here and I will appear as best I can. Hal, if you need anything at all, I am here to serve both, because like Never Caught and you.
Thanks. A lot.
Man, I only put in a good word for what you did for me, and I just have the
Well-
right ears to speak into.
Apparently you do.
Well, I like my life, such as it is, and for saving it, I figured it was the least I could do.
That's fair.
So, any more questions before I leave you to discuss the windfall you've received today?
So,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
these things, eh? I need 27 notebooks, 2.5 pencils.
That's not that kind of stuff, Harlan.
That's not the
Better
law.
write this down.
You can ask the staff at the inn to provide those things for you. I provide more tactile services.
Speaking of that,
No.
what about Sifa?
He's still being observed.
So y'all got it under control. You don't need us to.
As long as people aren't, being thrown off roofs or shot off roofs or interrupting things where they're not supposed to be, I'm sure we can keep him protected. But now it seems like the brass hands are no more. I don't know.
Well, they still have that High Tinkerer. There could be other facets of it.
There are other factions.
I have no idea, but the letter that she wrote said that there are many cogs in the wheel.
Yes, and we haven't found the High Tinker yet, therefore I would assume there are others.
Well, we know that there are organizations in the city of Amman that are active now against the interests of our patrons, but none have really come to light other than these brass hands. They were objectionably forward. They were ludicrous in their robes. They stood out way too easily, and they
were very obvious.
Aggressive. I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. How did you get past the mist?
I was really hurt, and I accidentally put my bloody hand on the wall.
That's what the handprints are. Such an idiot.
It's just peasant blood magic. There's no need to trifle yourself over it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just peasant blood magic.
Right.
Yes.
Just about killed me, but thank you for your pleasant blood magic comment. Thank you.
I'm just calling it like it is.
See him biting his tongue. Of course. Of course. I can see how you might have that opinion, Mr. Hassenpfeffer. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's it. That's what he's saying.
Uh-huh. And I just smile smugly.
If you have no other questions or need of me at the moment, I have a bit of rest and recuperation.
Question.
Yes.
Is Mr. Zilliger the shareholder of the other 51% of the Grayskull Shadow Inn, or are there other shareholders?
Well, no, there is one primary shareholder who is the Spiraling.
Ah.
Mr. Zilliger was the previous owner of the 49%.
I see now.
He's being transferred somewhere else, where his services will be better suited. I promise no reprisals from him for losing his perch. Because he knows what will happen if he goes against these actions. 1 second.
Poor puppy. Oh, puppy.
Oh no.
Well, I suppose we should let you get on your way. And we should be getting over to our inn?
I guess.
Yes.
Actually, I want to talk to him real quick, but
Alright, well.
I am interested.
Would
in
you like to
this.
talk with him alone? Or.
yeah.
Sorry.
Alright.
Yep.
Well, we'll
So,
leave you
can
two
I-
to talk alone then, and we'll
Yeah.
head over to the inn.
Of course.
Have a good day.
But fine, I will leave you alone. I will go on, and well, thank you again. And you know where I am.
Yes.
Yeah, don't
bows
get
deeply
locked
down.
up in any sex dungeons on your way to wherever you're going there.
Yes, I will make sure that does not happen. And he just sort of walks out of the room.
Oh, we were leaving to let Hal and him talk alone for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody else walks in.
I walk out.
Okay, you walk out then.
Yeah, we were gonna start walking to the inn, and she was gonna talk with him and catch up.
So, I was under the impression that Bilby was the only one who knew what happened.
Well, you do remember that there was enforcers sent after you.
Yeah.
Who do you think sent those enforcers?
I mean, I guess it makes sense. But it was just the one that I know of, at least. And he's not with us anymore.
No. You're lucky it was not me that was sent after you. You weren't deemed,
Worthy. Enough of a problem.
yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
fair.
it would be easy to remove you for your failures. But I think that both I and the Spiraling are happy that it did not work out that way.
Oh, all right. And then, final question.
Sure.
Y'all have been
Sure.
keeping tabs on, my kids.
Yes.
Know which temple Jenny's at? I can't find her.
Oh. She's in the Temple District for sure. I will look into that and I will send you a note.
Thanks, because I gotta talk to her. She's being me, and it's bad.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She's
Alright.
taken after you, of course.
Yeah, that's the problem. You end up in prison like me.
I believe she's going a different route than you.
Oh, she better be.
I think she might be more spiritually focused,
Level-headed.
maybe.
That
She
too.
still is one of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
We-
All right.
We will be keeping better connection with them going forward.
Less menacing connection.
More positive reinforcement, if you will.
I appreciate that.
As long as understand, though,
No, I know. Don't fuck up again.
I have put my neck out for you. If you fail this time, both our heads will fall.
I will keep that in mind.
Please do. I like mine where it is. That's why I've done what I could for you.
Don't kick me off the roof again and we'll be fine.
I didn't know who you were.
I'm just shitting you. All right.
Hey, you made a very nice crash landing pad for me.
Yeah, yeah, all of this is bruised. Prove it.
I do see the discoloration.
Look, I've got a boot mark right here. She just pulls her armor aside, and there's like a boot print on her shoulder.
I am sorry about that. I did not recognize you at the time.
It was dark, so
I was hidden.
yeah, it's fine. All right, well, just let me know about Jenny, please.
I will send a note as soon as I find out.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. And just awkwardly walk out.
He kind of chuckles as you walk away.
And I'll catch up with everybody.
Okay, you guys are outside. Where are you going?
To our new inn.
All right. You step outside of Diamond Nest, and it is just a downpour.
Well, so it's raining a little bit. I don't have the parasol.
It's fine. We can dry off when we get there.
It's very monster.
But remember to pack the parasol for next time. Just have the
Yes,
umbrella.
yes, monster. Also,
Excellent.
Holland will cast Mage Hand to keep his toupee dry.
Okay.
Mhm.
You just see this little round hand-shaped indentation in the rain. It's dripping off the ends, but the little toupee staying dry.
Mhm.
Good.
It is about an hour's walk
Ugh.
through the rain.
Ooh.
Be like, all right, listen, guys, I don't do rain, so I will see y'all there. And I like flap my thing and go running off into the.
Okay.
Hal is also gonna leave the party.
Okay. Hal walks away as well.
I'll meet
so
you back
that
at
leaves-
the inn in a while.
All right. Wendell's going to the inn.
I would like to see my new room.
Yes. If we
Okay.
get there first, I believe we have first pick, so I think that's what that means. So.
All right.
does that mean I'll get first pick to monster?
No, that means you get the monster running ahead, fourth pick.
Oh, okay.
One.
Oh, at least I'll get a pick.
Yes.
Okay. So, as everyone is heading off in different directions and we're running close to the end of the evening, we're going to cut it there as everyone is drowned rats thinking about all the wonderful things they're going to have at their new place of business, their new home. So we're going to wrap it up right there. That was fun. A little bit of RP, a lot of story. Some people had a little bit more story. Some glimpses into Howl, maybe. Some glimpses into the big bads. Some glimpses into people who are helping. Oh, all kinds of things. Well, I'm Deception Check. I run Mondays in Exandria on Mondays. You can also find me on Twitter as Deception Check and on Tuesdays in Mists of Ravenloft, where we are pretty much dead and running for our lives right now, and it is horrible and terrible and oh my god. And tonight, well, what was my favorite part tonight? I enjoyed all of it because I like it when you guys just start going off. I love Lamont's asides where he just starts just rambling about things, and I can see the twist he's doing now, surviving death. Now he's a new man. It's kind of strange and even creepier than before. My favorite part was Wendell completely surprising me with his detect thoughts. I wasn't expecting that.
We leveled up. I picked a spell.
That was good.
That
was good stuff.
I tried to cast it on the DL.
So, we're just going to go around now and have everyone else tell us who they are, where we can find them, and what their favorite part of the night was. So let's go to my left, and we'll go to Lamont Quinlan.
Oh man, good times. Hey, chat, what roguish archetype should I pick? I cannot choose between the arcane trickster and the assassin or mastermind. I don't know. It's going to take me all night to figure this one out. My favorite part was the look on Harlan Flipcoat's face during the whole thing. And I just love the bird. I love the poker face. I love the whole thing because I'm having some fun with it. And also Wendell putting everyone in jeopardy by, casting spells and reading minds. And
he denies everything.
You played yourself, Wendell. Anyway, it's good times. So I'm at producer Trav. I'm gonna play here tomorrow, and it's gonna be great. And I'm excited. And I'm playing Alien on Wednesday. Pruitt died last week, so over on WebDM we'll play some Alien, and so it's a good week of gaming, and I'm glad to be here. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. I can't wait to see more of that Alien show. That was pretty good. I really enjoyed it last week. So after Mr. Lamont Quinlan, we're going right below him to Hal.
Hi, I'm at Nugatosaurus on Twitch and Twitter. I play Hal tonight, and then tomorrow I'm playing Amber of Anastra, the Divine Soul Sorceress, who is pretty beat up. No, I don't think I actually got hit.
The insect plague.
Yes, that's right. The insect plague got me. But anyway, it was rough. I'm excited for that. And then on Wednesday through Sunday, I play on my own channel. Sometimes, not recently, but it's reasons. I just do variety great gaming. And then my favorite part was being like, hey, you guys, don't give these people information. Don't mess with them. And then finding out some secret information on my own. And doing a complete 180 and telling them everything because reasons. That I wasn't expecting to do that. So it was kind of one of those threw myself for a loop kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if that would change things for you because I wrote that out in the primer before the show started, and I was like, this is what he's going to say. I can't wait to do this to see what you do.
Yeah.
And it turned out about the way I thought it would. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we'll have right below me, Harlan Flipcloak.
Yes, that's me. I'm D20 Coup de Grace. You can find me here tomorrow, of course, playing Magnus Deepshaft. And you can find me almost every other night playing some sort of game online at my Twitch channel. Let's see. My favorite part was probably when you described... Oh, yes, I figured out his name. His name is Rebel.
Ooh.
Yes. When you described the falcon unfurling his wings behind me, I thought that was it.
I thought you'd like that part.
No.
I just imagine this raptor bird just sitting on your shoulder, like just looking severe and crazy. And every time someone looks at you funny, it's like, wah! Just out behind you. It's like, you love that. I know you would.
Love it.
So,
yes, I do.
All right. Great. But next. Oh, yeah, something else?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Well, we're going to go this way to Igor.
Hello, Shiny Pilot 206 on Twitch and Twitter, playing Eagle, and I had a lot of fun tonight. It was neat to see more of Lamont's character attitude, I guess. He's getting very, very interesting, and I think that actually ties into my favorite part, besides there at the tail end there as we were winding down, was actually at the hotel waking up in the morning with the hugging of the girl that was making me laugh a lot with the awkwardness, because I swear I've met a person just like that before in real life. It's kind of creepy. But it was great, so good job to that. Good job everybody. That was a fun time. So yeah, find me here Mondays and Tuesdays. So
And that was surprising me too. I was trying to think, what exactly is she gonna do now? He's like hugging her. I thought about punching him, but I figured he was a guest. We'd let it go. All right, but last and certainly not least, down that way over there, Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hassenpfeffer IV, the Haversham Hassenpfeffers.
Yes, that is me. Hi, I'm Lindy. Obviously, this is my channel, Laugh Love Lindy. My favorite moment of tonight was, I really did like Hal being like, all right, guys, don't tell them anything. And then Igor panicking about how many words should come out of his mouth. Because we told him to keep it short, simple, and concise. And he's like, people are asking me questions. I don't know what to do. I liked that. That was pretty funny. And Lamont's just general craziness, of course. And yeah, you can find us here every Monday night for Mondays in Exandria's. Check us out here tomorrow night, where I think the average party HP is not great. Yeah, Lamont's at 3, and if he doesn't get his curse removed in 24 hours, he's gonna be raised as a mummy in the next 24 hours. So there's that. I recommend getting that checked out. And yeah, of course, we have other things. We have 2 once-a-month shows. In case you didn't know, we have Aliens, which our lovely producer Travity is. We also have Teenagers from Outer Space, which we've already had this month, so keep your eyes out for when we announce next month's date. And I'm going to be on TT2KB here in just a couple of minutes, doing a little talking about Dungeons & Dragons, about getting into character, problem players, other fun topics and stuff, so definitely come check them out as well. And I hope everyone has a fantastic and lovely week, and we will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.